Hello and welcome to Tesla Dave. Now today we're going to take the Model Y on a bit of a road trip from Surrey to Nottingham. Remember, it's more than an electric car, it's software on wheels. So I'm going to show you some of the top 10 features about driving a Tesla on a long journey. So come with me and join me on the journey. So this time last year I ordered my Tesla Model Y, which arrived in September, so I've had a few months now to get used to it. And boy, what a machine it's been. It really is an iPhone on wheels, but does that make it really dull? Or does it make it the best of all worlds? Both a driving machine and a computer that does all the thinking for you. Well, let's start the journey and let's do a running commentary. Hello and welcome to Tesla Dave. This week I'm going to be talking you through, as mentioned before, what I love about driving this car. I've had the Model Y since September last year and I'm now just getting used to some of the features as you drive. Now, so I'm going to be navigating home. I'm in Surrey, so I've already put that in. And one of the things I love straight away is that it's now calculating that I've got about 186 miles range and I'm going to need a stop en route where I'm going to, once I get to 30%. So I arrive home with the battery in good order and so I'm not going straight. So I don't have to think about that at all. So it's plotting my route for me. The good thing about this map as well, we can see what the weather's doing en route. It is June today. Temperature outside is a bit mixture. It looks quite warm, but it's only 18 degrees. There's a lot of rain about, and so as you can see from the map here, you can see where the rain is en route for the next hour or so as we drive back. So in just under 2 hours, 70 miles time, we'll be going to a supercharger. So that's all great. So I let the computer do the thinking. Now the next thing I love is this. So there's no gear stick or anything like that to go forward or backwards. I'm just going to tap the pedal and it will... Hi and welcome to Taxi Talk. Now, did you know we have a website? Yeah, we do. And that website is here. You can see all the latest episodes on there. You can see some of the car reviews we've done. You can even get in touch with us if you'd like to appear on the next season. So for all the latest news from Taxi Talk, don't forget to go to www.taxi-talk.co.uk. Keep abreast of all the news and all the episodes are there, and just to get in touch or just to send us some lovely emails telling us how brilliant we are or how crap we are. Either way, the website is there. Now back to the main feature. Do a reverse for me. Okay, so get out of this parking spot, then tap it again, tick. And now we're going to go forwards. Takes a bit of getting used to, but again, Tesla just makes it so easy to drive anything. So as we go along the route now, we'll talk about some of the features that I've discovered. You probably can't see there, but there's a petrol station. We don't need to worry about those. We just get on and basically I'll just sit here with the pedal. Don't even use the brake. What I love as well is that it's one pedal driving. Car kind of stops for you. As I'm indicating now, it's showing my blind spot on there, which you can move around. This system is really great, and if you noticed a previous episode, I did a bit of a DIY job with an accessory I got from China, and we can make the screen tilt as well. So I can angle it just so I like it when I'm driving, because obviously when it lies flat it can sometimes pick up the sun and stuff. So no, that's all good. So now I've got FSD on this, although as you know in the UK we don't have legislation yet, but it does work modularly, so it will change lanes and things. So we just click that and let it stick to the speed limit just at 40, so I can adjust that to 40. It's going to stop in a minute, hopefully, on its own, because there's a traffic light in front. A bit like cruise control, really, but on steroids. So let's start the journey, and I'll talk to you about some of the features I love as I go along. Owning this car has been a complete joy for September, so if you are thinking about joining Tesla, then you really are buying it because it's a laptop on wheels. And I say that in a good way. A bit like people swap from BlueBerry phones, Nokia phones to iPhones. They bought them for the software. The software on this, it really is an AI company, does all the thinking for you. Really does. There's very much little as a driver you actually have to do. You just hold the steering wheel. And, you know, in future that's even going with fully supervised driving. So it's one pedal driving, as I see. You can just click that up and down on the accelerator pedal and it will stop for yourself. And obviously in this mode it will stop anyway. So literally I could just sit here and do that. I won't, because you're meant to be holding the steering wheel. So anyway, that's where we are today. Let's carry on the journey and show you some more highlights from owning a Tesla Model Y. As I say, if you're thinking about buying it, don't be fooled by lots of stuff on dashboards. You don't need it. Everything is so simple here. Look, even we have the windscreen washers on there. You can move your icons to what you want there. It's so simple. When you drive anything else, it just feels a bit prehistoric and complicated. Whereas this is so easy, so quiet in here, so airy, so roomy. This isn't about, we all know it's got the largest boot in its class. It's very roomy, lots of leg room in the back. But this is about the tech. This is purely about driving the next 130 miles and how easy it is. Because a lot of people worry about electric cars, about range anxiety. Well, the Tesla Super Network is the best. It's the cheapest. So yeah, you might get a car from VW that's electric or BMW, but you won't have access to all the superchargers that Tesla offer, and they really are cheaper and easier and more reliable. The amount of times I've used other networks and you get there and they're not working. This actually, you can see there's a stop en route to this supercharger at Harlington. As we get closer, we'll be able to check which ones are available and which ones aren't, how many they've got, and so on. So I'll talk you through that as we get nearer, but let's go and take a look at some more features. As I say, the screen is the best in its class. I've driven lots of other cars from BYD, IM5s, MGs, etc. This really is second to none. It's a bit like iOS. Apple software is the best, the Tesla software is the best. They spend a lot of money, obviously, on their system. And what I love is that you can see everything around you. You're picking up what the camera's picking up. This car next to me there, I can see we're going over a roundabout. And yeah, you can literally see everything that is surrounding the car. Pedestrians, I mean, the graphics are really great. You can even see the lights on the back as we drive. So if I brake, the brake lights come on. I don't know if we saw that. We'll try that again. There you go, the brake lights come on. Don't be wondering what the hell's going on behind me. So really, it is concentrating so much. I just wish everyone around me was concentrating as much as this car is. As I go down the A217 heading towards Reigate and the M25 turn off. So it's reassurance that even if I'm not looking, the car is, and will react accordingly. So if I don't brake in time, the car will brake in time. So when you're moving a family around or kids, obviously that's peace of mind. So as I say, we're now on the M25, and the navigation is what I love about them. I mean, a lot of people, they get the infotainment system on their car purchases and immediately put Android or Apple CarPlay on. because they want to use Waze or Google Maps because they trust the navigation on those apps more than they would on their car's poorly developed navigation system. This is as good as Waze. It shows you the speed cameras and everything, and you not only that, as I said earlier, it's working in conjunction with when the car needs to navigate to a charger. But I'm heading towards Nottingham, so not only does it navigate a route to Nottingham, it actually knows where it is and whether I'll actually get there. So that's brilliant. On FSD now, you can see the Rainbow Road, so it will tell me when to turn lanes and find me a spot, and as you can see, just move me into it. And it will do that all the way up the motorway now. It will advise me when I need to change lanes. I can obviously still do it manually, and my blind spot there appears. Now, of course, I put in Nottingham manually from on the screen, but I don't have to do that. I have Grok on board. Hello, Eve. How are you? We call her Eve. How are you, Eve?
Hello. I'm doing grand, thanks for asking. How can I help today?
And Eve can do a lot. So Eve can tell me the weather. What's the weather like at the moment over the next 2 hours?
It's around 12 to 15 degrees Celsius here in Walton on the Hill this afternoon, with a mix of clouds and possible showers or thunderstorms over the next 2 hours. Mostly dry tonight, but keep an eye out for rain.
Thank you. Now I need to navigate to home. Can you navigate me to home? And obviously, if I need to stop at Supercharger, do that for me. So it's changing the screen.
Navigation to home set. 84 miles away, about 2 hours and 1 minute, with a supercharger stop at Northampton en route, since your range is 177 miles. ETA home at 5:41 p.m.
Thank you, Eve. You really do everything for me.
You're welcome. Anything else you need?
That's it. So I can call Grok anytime. I don't have to just press the button on the steering wheel, the microphone. I go, "Hey Grok, how are you?" And she appears.
Thanks. What else can I help with?
Nothing. I just wanted to wake you up.
Fair enough. I'm wide awake now. Anything on your mind?
No. Talk to you later. Okay, so that's Grok, but also the in-car stuff is good as well. Hi, can you set my temperature to 18 degrees, please? Bingo, set the temperature to 18. Can you put my seats, please, on cool? I'd like some cool air drafting through. Heat's set to cooling. Can you put my windscreen wipers on, please? Right, now let's just try an automatic left. So I just hit the indicator, the box appears, and the car now is automatically turning left into the left lane. So it's warming up a bit in here. Now the old days of smoke-filled cars have gone, and the smell of diesel. But even so, on this, what I love about this air filter, obviously you can move the air filters around. There we go. But also, if you remember when everyone was wearing masks worrying about COVID, then this thing would have been used. It's an anti-allergy system that cleans the air. So if I click this little button down here, then what happens is it kind of filters the air, and you can hear it's getting louder as I speak. It's now filtering the air so that any allergies in the air will disappear. So literally we can breathe again. Lovely, that's great. Okay, so we're now in a traffic jam. Some top tips about your trip. Okay, so first of all, as we're on a long trip, it's telling me, because the route is typically driven at 70 miles per hour, if I slow down by just 5 miles per hour, I will save 5.2 miles. That's great. There's also an 8.9 miles per hour wind, which is costing me 4.2 miles on this trip. My driving style has knocked down 10.2 miles, probably because I'm quite heavy footed. So I'm not 10 miles off my estimated range. Using the climate control, not too bad today, because it's at 20 degrees, which means I know that I don't need to put the heating on, and I don't really need the aircon on. So that's not how it affects. That's why electric cars like 20 degrees. You get the optimum range from them, because it's not winter, I'm not heating up, don't have heated seats on or heated steering wheels, and I'm not in Florida or Dubai where it's 40-50 degrees and needing the aircon on constantly. So today's temperature, electric cars I love, and you can see that on I'm doing 140 miles today, and I've only lost 0.1 of a mile, so that's excellent. Battery condition means I've lost nothing, and I've actually gained 0.2 miles by elevation, so that means going down hills it's not too pretty flat, and everything else has given me 1.6 miles extra range, which is possibly the regen braking. So this is quite good. Nothing on parked at the moment, so we're not parked, and you can see this is giving me real-time data as I go along the route. And I've also got here some stats. The current drive is had a range of 214. It's 11.8 kilowatts over the last 55 miles. So we're liking that. Also, what we like on this system is that there's many features. Now, a lot of people moan about some of the Chinese brands just binging and bonging a lot. So you do get that on the Tesla, but you can put it in something called Joe mode. And Joe mode actually will sense from the cameras if somebody's sleeping in your car, like your children or a baby, you don't want it binging and bonging, and it will actually make it quieter, so it's not going to wake anyone up. And the reason it's called Joe mode, that's J-O-E mode, is because it's something Joe Rogan on his podcast suggested to Elon Musk when he was moaning about the binging and bonging. So that is why it is called Joe mode. It's simple like things like that. I mean, it's also got dog mode, so it detects if there's a dog in your car, and so if you left the car and it's a hot day and the dog's getting too hot and dehydrated, you do see some videos where literally people are breaking windows to get dogs out of cars because people have forgotten about them. Don't forget, a dog is wearing a heavy coat, doesn't matter what the weather is. The dog mode will detect from the cameras there's a dog in the car and set the temperature to the right level so the dog is not going to dehydrate. Similar for children. Well, children don't dehydrate, but if you leave the car and left your child in the car, then it will notify you on the app and also set the temperature. There is also camping mode, so you can set it to camping mode, so if you sleep in your car, it will keep the temperature at a nice, whatever you set it to, 20 degrees all through the night. So you're not going to wake up freezing your bollocks off or sweating those said bollocks off. So they do think of everything on the tech here. Try doing that in a VW Golf. You just can't. So lots and lots and lots of little features here. Likewise, if you leave the phone in the car, it won't lock the car, it will warn you. And the self-locking as well, when you walk away from the car, you don't have to worry about locking the car, it will lock itself. So really, driving a Tesla takes all the thinking away. The only problem is, like me, if you then go and drive another car, you literally forget to lock it, and the other great thing about this car, there is cameras everywhere, so if somebody scratches your car in the car park, it will record it. from the recording here. It's got cameras inside and outside, and I've actually used these cameras before when somebody ran into my car in the car park. It was great, and then just drove off. It was good for the insurance claim. I could show the footage, and I've also witnessed accidents on the motorway that I've sent off to the police and stuff, because you've got 360 and you choose your angle. So that's all very good. Let's see what else we have on here, which is useful. Obviously on the app you can defrost the car from very quickly, and it defrosts a lot quicker, ironically, than an ICE car. Literally is an ICE car, which you have to turn the engine on and wait 20-30 minutes for it to defrost. This thing being electric, you can set a timer each day for it to do it, or you can do it manually from the app. Or if you want a nice toasty car when you've been shopping and you're on the way back, you just set the temperature so you can get into a nice warm car. So really this is very much a tech-focused vehicle, which makes driving a pleasure. But as I say, the warning is when you move away to another vehicle is that you won't be using your brake, you'll forget to use your brake because you think the car's going to automatically do it. So you just have to have the wits around you and more. So when I'm making a podcast, it's a lot easier doing it in this car than it is in other vehicles for obvious reasons. As you're cruising along and you think, yeah, I've got my mirrors, but I just want to see it on a high definition screen, you can just press the camera button on your steering wheel and ta-da! There you go. You've got some great views of what's behind you, and you can obviously go to the rear or the front. So we have the front there, the front view, nice down view of the below the road. This is quite handy actually when you're parking out, and sometimes you've got quite a high curb and you're wondering, will it scratch the front bumper? Will the bumper go over the curb? You can judge it from that. So yeah, I mean these are great. And also you can see the BMW. They can never stay still, can the BMWs? So it was like to be undertaking your things, even though we do the speed limit. Let's see if there's a camera coming up. Oh dear, sorry BMW. You forget I have the power. You don't. So that's great. Now, if there is an accident, so these you can also access it on screen there as well. Okay. But also, if you suddenly witnessed an accident, you've still got time to record it, even though you've just passed it. You just press the Dashcam. So I'll demonstrate this now. Dashcam, BMW behind me. Let's record him. It will save a good minute's worth of clips and highlight whatever you want to watch. You can download it via the app or take it from the hard drive, which is a USB stick, which is in the glove box there. So if something happened, like somebody went into you or there was an accident, it would detect there was an event and it would automatically record it for you. I manually pressed that because we wanted to show you the BMW behind us there. So we can show you that clip now. So I've downloaded it from my phone because it's less resolution, so it doesn't reveal his number plate. If you take it from the USB stick outside the car, it'll be in full resolution. What I like about this, it shows your speed at the bottom of the screen there. What we're doing at the moment, 61 miles per hour. So we're now approaching Newport Pagnell for a charge. I mean, I've got plenty of charge to get home, but I like to arrive home with at least 40% battery, peace of mind. So on here, it's giving me details. So we've got 5 charges available. We're only a few miles away now. It's telling me what the rate is. We're in peak time, unfortunately. It's 20 past 5, it's rush hour. So it's going to be costing me up to 50p. By the looks of it, yeah, it's going to be 45 pence a kilowatt. Bearing in mind I charge at home for about 8p a kilowatt on Octopus. But even so, it gives me a site map so I can see what is available. So you can see the sites that are available there on screen. I can enlarge that. So I know that I'm not going to have to queue for a charger. If I had to queue, I might move on to the next one. So that information is there, which is handy to have. So that's all there. So again, you just click on the charging point. So tell me there's a Starbucks there, and what's around, there's a Subway, because it's a Taco Bell, they're popping up everywhere, KFC, so I could go for a pee and everything. So the information is telling me. If you notice as well, en route the car was pre-charging itself or ready for taking a supercharge, so it's preconditioning the battery, so everything is there. It's going to be a nice little stop. I need a pee like a horse. I'll go and have that, and then I'll tell you some about the features you can access when you're parked, which gives you a reason never to go home, or at least sit in your car for 20 minutes when you're parked outside your house at the end of the journey, so you don't have to go in and face any kind of arguments, because you can entertain yourself with Netflix, with various games and other things that you can entertain yourself with. So the kids are never dull, and of course behind me there, if they were in the back, they've got their own screen as well, which they can control the sound from, the air conditioning and so on. So anyway, let's go and get ourselves parked up and show you those features and plug up to the charging unit. Hi and welcome to Taxi Talk. Now, did you know we have a website? Yeah, we do. And that website is here. You can see all the latest episodes on there. You can see some of the car reviews we've done. You can even get in touch with us if you'd like to appear on the next season. So for all the latest news from Taxi Talk, don't forget to go to www.taxi-talk.co.uk. Keep abreast of all the news and all the episodes that are there, and just to get in touch, or just to send us some lovely emails telling us how brilliant we are or how crap we are. Either way, the website is there. Now back to the main feature. And my favourite feature coming up now, where I can pretend it's FSD, I can make it automatically park. I select my parking space there and let it do the rest. So yeah, here we go. This is what FSD would be like if it was legal here. It's legal everywhere else these days, but not in the UK. There you go, it's finding the space, and there we go. I'm talking with my mouth shut and I'm smoking a vape. There we go, it's going back into the parking bay. So we can give it a full charge, ready to complete the journey to Nottingham. So, whilst we're parked up, here we have obviously the usual things. You've got YouTube, so we can watch ourselves on the channel if we choose to. We've also got arcade games, plenty of things to keep you can even test your space skills by docking a Dragon spacecraft on the International Space Station. Begin training there. So there's lots of games to keep the kids entertained. Of course, they can access from them out. You've got internet browser, a toy box, so we can do a boom box where we can play the music outside. We can do a light show, so the whole Tesla turns into a light show. Clip of that happening now. There's so much you can do this. You do a photo booth, so you can take a picture of yourself. It's stored on the app. And car karaoke, where we can play the music and we can have a good old sing along with the family whilst we have our packed lunches and wait for it to charge. So there's lots and lots of things we can do on this, but I won't bore you. There's plenty of YouTube videos on there, but that's what I'm saying is the tech makes this car. It also drives extremely well. It's nimble, it's fast. For an SUV, you don't really feel it. But yeah, I love this vehicle. So thank you for watching. We'll now complete the rest of the journey, and give you some other videos to watch as well. But please do like and subscribe, and any comments then leave them below and I'll get back to you. So before we go, I'll just flash up on screen now so I've just added 136 miles in the last sort of 15 minutes, 136 miles, and that has cost me this. Okay, catch you next time on the channel.